Welcome to Any Given Thursday, the dumpster fire for the homeless. My name is Kevin.
And my name's Rob.
You're telling me you didn't remember that?
I forgot.
That's fair. Yeah, we did it last time.
It's good.
I thought it was a nice set, getting people going right off the bat, lowering but also raising expectations.
But for some.
Yeah.
For some who need it.
For the homeless. We're like, this is a podcast for you. If you're not homeless, why are you listening?
And if you're not homeless, you might be soon.
Probably. That's sad.
That is. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a threat. It was a premonition.
It kind of sounded like a threat. Rob, whose house are you stealing?
I don't know. Can you even? That'd be hard to do.
Squatters' rights?
Do you lock them in a basement in somebody else's house for a while, so that way you can be paying the utilities long enough?
You lock the owner of the house in the basement?
In somebody else's house.
Oh, in someone else's house's basement.
Yeah, so they aren't in the house.
Okay. And then, you
start paying the utilities and switch everything to your name. And,
right. That's your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Or you probably couldn't lock them in someone else's basement. You would have to very discreetly hire somebody else to kidnap them and keep them in their basement.
Yeah, conspiracy is still a crime.
Well, it is, but you gotta remove it enough where it's harder to trace.
Conspiracy to conspiracy, I think it's still a crime.
No, but
I think we're committing a crime right now.
It's just harder to prove, that's all.
We're committing a crime right now.
Whose house are we stealing?
No, we're conspiring to conspire to steal a house.
Oh, that's true. And we do only have one friend that I can think of who owns a house.
Owns a house, yeah. So I think who else would we steal a house from?
Ooh, they're gonna listen to this episode and be like, "Shit, should I be nervous?"
Probably. It's not for a while. Anyways, so I have a topic for us today.
Oh,
okay.
I'm excited.
I have a topic for us today. It is maybe a part 2, maybe not a part 2. Depends on the direction we end up going.
Unexpected part 2.
Right? So it's probably a not part 2, honestly.
All right.
But
it's adjacently related.
Yes, it's definitely adjacent related. Adjacent. It's a Jason Momoa.
Oh.
Related.
Jason Samoa.
Jason's Samoa. Girl Scout cookies.
Girl Scout cookies.
Jason Girl Scout.
Yes.
Jason. Anyways. So the name that I put, I was very highfalutin with this one.
Okay.
Right? So I put a title. And the title was, I forgot. Hold on. Let me look it up. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay. Art is the sincerest form of life.
Oh. Okay. I don't know what you mean. Please elaborate.
So yeah, art is the sincerest form of life. So a callback.
Quick anecdote.
Yes.
My mom dated a man for a long time who we called Art. So it really keeps hitting a weird note, but that's fine. Continue. It's probably not him.
So if
it's about him, I'd be really surprised.
Here's the thing, Rob.
Yep.
Art, come on in. No.
What an episode this would be.
No. We talked about we did another episode titled "Flattery is the sincerest form of conspiracy."
Yes.
Right. So it's off that same thing of that same idea, but really it's talking about the concept of art imitating life.
Oh.
But I wanted to tie in that imitation is a form of flattery, or it isn't. I don't know if we ultimately decided. We kind of talked about the intent, whether or not it was something funny or whether or not you were trying to be funny or if you were trying to be mean. We kind of talked about the intent of it.
Right.
And then I figure transition into, well, if art imitates life and imitation is flattery, then art flatters life.
Is art meant to flatter life? I don't know.
Right?
Usually it's used to satirize not sodomize, satirize
You
art.
said it right. You didn't have to correct yourself. You said satirize, not sodomize. I don't know why you felt the need to correct that when you were right the first time.
I'm used to being wrong. I knew sodomize wasn't right, but I thought it was close and funny.
Okay.
It really scared you.
Art sodomizes life.
Ooh. Probably
Maybe.
sometimes.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would okay. If we call most things that people make art, which we'll probably get into that. I would say that our podcast may, in the broadest of senses, be able to
Sodomize life?
No, god damn. No, I meant it imitates our life because it's a dumpster fire. Is what I was gonna get at. I wasn't. I wasn't going off of the sodomy thing.
Oh, hey, it's what you brought it up.
I didn't mean to. Now it's just sticking.
Yeah, now we're just going back to sodomy. You want to talk about sodomy for now?
Not really.
Yeah, okay. All right, we won't. I'll just bring it up sparingly then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That sounds.
I mean, you really did initiate this, so it really.
Whoa! I do not consent.
Well, me neither. But I'm just hey. Anyways, I think it's too. I can't think of the right word. Flattering, maybe. No, along those lines.
Okay.
To call this art.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Again, I was going off of like if you call anything that people make art,
right?
Which I don't think I agree with.
Okay. Well, okay. Let's start there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. What is art?
Oh goddamn. Okay.
Right?
Does art need to have meaning?
That's
a different
not.
thing.
Absolutely not. But
okay, that's true.
I am of the opinion that the audience creates meaning out of the piece.
Mm-hmm. Like 8th grade English teachers, like, man, those blue curtains really symbolize the complete mood of this character.
Sure, but if I don't feel that way,
yeah,
then no. Right?
Also, who knows if the author felt that way?
Who cares?
If he just wants some blue curtains.
Yeah, who cares?
Sorry.
Because it's how we think. It's not how the author thinks.
Right.
So, fun example. J.K. Rowling, right?
Oh, okay.
But it's like, so she thinks a very certain way. We're getting back into fandom so much.
Apparently. She definitely thinks a certain way.
She thinks a certain way about her novels.
Yep.
And the fans think a different way about those novels.
Mm-hmm.
We're not, we're not getting into toxicity because we've already had that discussion. But in general, oh God, I think I picked the one that I disagree with my own point. But I was going to say, in general, I believe the fans own the work. Once it's been released. I don't know if I agree with that in this situation.
So, well, a couple points here. I don't think that all of J.K. Rowling's beliefs should be interpreted into Harry Potter, because from my understanding, she doesn't have some great ones against certain peoples.
Sure.
So in that sense, can probably be separate from her works that have been cherished by many.
Well, that's a whole nother topic. Like, do you separate the art from the artist?
So I think after something is created, no matter how passionately you feel about it, you don't get to steer the ship.
Yeah, in general, I agree.
I think that it's released out there, and you can try and speak to what you felt, but overall, it is up to the people who interpret it.
Yeah,
which can be shitty.
Sure.
It could be awful.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it could be for the better. I can't think of a direct example.
Maybe not for the better, but interpreted, and then something else meaningful maybe has come. You could say that's for the better. Like if another meaningful thing has come from that,
Right.
Like, because I'm thinking like Twilight, like 50 Shades of Grey or whatever, right? You know what I mean?
I like how if a meaningful thing has come from it. You want you,
Yeah. Fan fiction, it became meaningful because it became its own thing, right?
okay. In that sense,
Even though it started off as a fanfic.
Sure. In Kevin's eyes, 50 Shades of Grey is meaningful to him as a person.
I've never read it or seen it.
I actually have not either.
So I really can't comment on how full its meaning is.
I think I was gifted a copy once.
That's interesting. Of the book or
of the book? Yep.
Cool.
With notes written in it.
Whoa!
I never looked at it.
God damn!
I don't think it was meant to be like that. I think it was like joking about it, but
sure.
Regardless,
sure it was. Hell yeah, Rob! That's exciting.
So, all right. So if art is made, it can kind of go off and become its own thing.
Yes.
Like, okay, you know what I actually thought of was the Mona Lisa.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
The Mona Lisa, I mean, sure, Da Vinci, it's Da Vinci, right? Thank you. Made a lot of incredible. It is Da Vinci?
Yes.
You're positive?
Yep.
I know I'm saying it and questioning it immediately.
It's Van Gogh.
Yeah, that's
Van Gogh.
That's why I was not doing it.
Yeah. When you motioned to your ear, I immediately realized it was Van Gogh.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not Da Vinci ear.
Yeah.
I
think it's Van Gogh.
Yeah, it's definitely Van Gogh. I saw the whole
Van Gogh.
Ooh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's also right. Of course it is. Fine.
Well, wait.
He was an eccentric person, and he...
You don't say.
supposedly invented a whole different technique of how to make breaststroke, or not brush strokes, not breaststrokes. I don't know if he was a big swimmer. He could have been.
He could have been a big... Probably not, but he could have been.
Probably not. Ear infections.
Yeah. Ooh. So, how do you get water out of a non-existent ear?
Do you think it's easier?
Does it still get in?
Probably.
I feel like if it still gets in, then it's harder.
You don't think it's less? Yeah, probably.
Well, I guess because your ear's like all like weird tubes and stuff, right?
In the inside, yeah.
Yeah, so it might be easier. Depends on how deep you went, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Of course, he cared a lot about his art and tried to make things. Could anybody have imagined that it would have the impact and meaning to all of the other people it has had in the hundreds of years since?
No.
I don't think so.
I learned a fun fact about the Mona Lisa last week.
Oh, okay.
It was just a worthless, know-nothing painting about 100 years ago. And then, so it was... I think I could be wrong, but I believe the story is it was hanging in the Louvre with a bunch of other paintings. Someone broke in and stole all the other ones, and that one was left behind.
What?
Or something like that. Or it got stolen, and then it ended up getting sold at high value on a market or something. And then that actually increased the value, and then it came back.
Is that true?
I could be pulling this on my ass, but I think I heard this like about a week ago, and that the whole reason that the Mona Lisa has any value, like monetary value,
sure,
is because it was stolen and then sold. I think stolen and then sold for a lot of money. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been worth it, because when it was just hanging there, it wasn't worth anything because it was just one of the collection.
Sure,
or something. I'm really fucking this up right. This story up right now.
I think you're doing great.
But it's something like that.
If anything, if somebody smarter than I can make a real deep connection here, that definitely imitates life. Nobody give a shit about it until it was worth something to somebody else.
Or So I can go two ways with this. First, you said when you saying it only meaning something to someone else, one man's trash, another man's treasure. First time, right? Before that, though, I had another point that was about you don't realize how valuable something is until you lose it.
Okay.
So maybe
the Louvre really was like, whatever. It was a painting, but oh shit! Now that we don't have it, it's going to be a national treasure.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty sure, and I think it was again like within the last 100. I think it was the early 1900s, so maybe a little over 100 years ago. But even still, it was not that long ago. It was worth, I believe, next to nothing. So, but
dang,
yeah, art.
Art.
Did the Mona Lisa imitate life?
I mean, it's a painting, maybe of a person.
Maybe.
It was probably a real person, right?
I believe the jury is out on that still.
Really?
I believe.
I went to a whole exhibit about this man. I know they talked about it. I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just pulling, random facts that I've learned over the years. So but I believe the jury is still out on whether or not the woman that was painted actually existed or not. It could be a combination of like
a few different women.
Yeah, potentially.
That would be. Is that okay? It imitates more life then.
So it's right. I mean, well, yes and no. So if that person doesn't exist, that there's no life to imitate, but it's also imitating
like life as a concept.
Yeah, what is life? No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No, we're not doing that.
Nah. We can talk about what art is, because
Sure.
But let's not get into what life is.
No, that's a little too deep.
Yeah, maybe.
For today, anyway. Or shallow. Maybe it's too shallow for us.
It's too shallow for us.
Yeah, we're
really
we're past that. We're above it, beyond it. Yeah, we are new age philosophers. We're past the point where we need to debate life, what it is, or its meaning. We've just accepted that life is life.
Yeah, and instead we want to talk about how what is and isn't art, and that shitty thing you made doesn't count.
Yes, or that great thing you made
might count.
Still doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
Unless it imitates life.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, so yeah, art, right? So
art.
I don't think pretentious. That's the word. I think it's too pretentious of us to call this art.
Oh, our podcast?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the word I was trying to think of earlier.
Yep.
So yeah, this is definitely not art, right?
No.
But
I don't think so.
There are people who do this much better.
Yeah.
I would consider that art.
Yeah, like the one I like.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I listen to it too.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out every other Thursday. Any given Thursday, sorry. I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Welcome to Night Vale.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, I'd say that's art.
I would say that's art.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, maybe, you know what I think it also is? We can't call it art because we're making it.
Ooh. Otherwise, we're just narcissistic.
Yeah, we're dicks.
Yeah. Well, we are, though.
Well, okay, not the point. I mean, yeah, we are, but, we're still not calling it art.
Right. We're not that bad.
We're not that bad.
Yeah, we hit a level in between.
Yeah.
Where we realize that it's not art. But other things are. But
maybe it's up, I think it's up for other people to determine if it's art.
Amen.
There we go.
I like that. That sounds smart.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
Which really makes an artist a shitty person.
Why?
Because they're calling the stuff they make art. By branding themselves an artist.
No, I think they're being referred to as an artist by others.
Okay.
And then you can once you get to that point when someone refers to you as an artist, then I feel like you can adopt the moniker,
Okay.
right? Because like otherwise we just come up with a new word, you know, like music artist, a street artist, whatever. We got to come up with new words for all these things, which we could because language, but
Fine.
why? When instead we could just be like, yeah, so and so is a insert thing they do artist.
Question for you.
Answer probably.
Does art have to be visually appealing?
No. No.
You probably came to the same realization I did, but why not?
Yeah, because it could be auditorily appealing.
Yep. All right. I was also thinking that. Yeah, music is probably art.
Yeah, music is definitely art.
Music's art.
But it doesn't have to have a visual.
Right.
So
that's tough.
Got nerd.
Yeah. I said it and then thought the same thing.
Yeah.
So, well, because like, all right, going back to like anything you make can be called art.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Sure.
But where's the differentiation?
Where's the difference?
Differentiation.
Where do that be at, huh?
For some reason in my head it keeps going back to people who make chairs. I don't know why. Okay. I don't know why. Like the Ron Swansons of the world who are making nice ornate chairs out of wood.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just
I'm
follow me here.
I'm along for the ride.
It is nice. It is well crafted. They're usually visually appealing. It's still a chair.
Sure.
So is it art?
Why not?
So is IKEA art because they make chairs?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, there are art can be mass produced, and it still be art.
Okay, but so then isn't everything that's made art? What's the difference? Where does it stop being art? If it's not when it's visually appealing, and it's not if it's specially made. Like, is that cardboard box art? Is it up to is it in the eye of the beholder?
That's where I was going. Like, art becomes art when someone else recognizes it as such. I think is where I go with that.
Okay.
If you call something art, it's art. And genuinely, I should add that caveat. Like, you should be genuine in your sentiment. You can't just go around being like art. Like, I don't know, but I guess you could. But to me, it lessens the impact.
I forget what movie it is. I think it ends and begins or goes back to a plastic bag in like the wind, like this clip of one.
This sounds very vaguely familiar. But,
it's super vaguely familiar.
No, that's a leaf. Forrest Gump starts with a leaf.
Does it
end ends with a leaf. I'm almost positive. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe you're thinking of Forrest Gump. Now that's art.
I don't think so. I want to say it was some indie movie, and they were like watching, like it was on a TV.
I mean, when Forrest Gump came out in 1994, it was pretty indie.
It was probably made by a large. You're looking at me like you know this for fact. I don't know.
It was a fairly low budget film.
That's a lie, actually. Straight up a lie. You're just fucking with me.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay. Fuck you, Kev. Okay.
Tom Hanks.
Yeah, I know Tom Hanks, especially then, and all of the historic footage that they sampled, and the soundtrack. It was a very expensive movie.
Yeah, no, Tom Hanks was not making a lot of money at that point.
Didn't he just do Big and like a couple other ones?
Yeah, Big was not.
It was well received.
Yeah, but he wasn't making a ton of money off of Big.
Fine.
This was pre
Forrest Gump.
Well, sure, but Forrest Gump wasn't supposed to blow up though.
No, but
It became a cult classic.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not cult because everyone loved it. It became a classic, an instant classic. Some might say.
It blew everything out of the water. It blew everything out of the water so hard that
it blew so hard
that well regarded as the best movie of all time came out the same year and was completely overlooked. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, okay, got you.
I'm not saying it is.
I didn't know what year it came
but
out.
I'm saying a lot of like rankings of great movies.
Yeah,
it's always up there, and that one did shittily until it came out on DVD. I'm pretty sure.
Shittily.
Yeah, that's a nice fun word.
I like that. That was good. I was not poking fun at you with that one. I'm a fan of that. It started very musical. That was art, Rob, because I declared it to be such, and I'm sincere.
All right. Here's my next tactic here. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything can be art and it's in the eye of the beholder, and
like love, no, like beauty. Sorry.
Both.
I guess.
And
death ray. Petrification ray. It's in the eye of the beholder.
God damn it. I've made that joke so many times at you, and you freaking... A beholder is a D&D monster that's a big eye.
Multiple big eyes. One big eye, multiple little eyes.
I make this joke, he shits on me for it.
Yeah. Yeah, but now I make it back to you.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Yeah, I love you too. So, sorry, if art is in the eye of the beholder.
If art is... Did you pick this topic just so I would say the stupid saying?
No.
And people mostly make art, and people are what call art. Then it's because it has meaning to them, which makes them think of another part of their life. So, in that sense, I think art does imitate life because people are associating it as art with something else.
You're saying there has to be another connection to it to make it art?
Okay, you know what? I think
I'm a little confused.
I think I skipped a step here. I think art has to be art because it invokes.
I think
I'm saying we're saying art too much. Yeah, I know.
I think art has to be art. Period.
I think art can be art because it elicits. Nope, that's not the right word.
Anything.
It invokes an emotion. That's what I was trying to say.
Okay. So art. Maybe not, what has to?
I think so. Otherwise, why would you call it art? I think I've heard this before. Is my thought here is that art becomes art because it invokes an emotion.
So, counterpoint.
Yep.
There are, maybe not. Maybe not. There's no volume, right? If it evokes an emotion for an individual,
okay,
it is considered art. Yes or no?
I guess.
Yes.
Fine.
Okay. I'm just trying to.
No. Yeah.
Work in the space a little.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't necessarily need to be a big emotion, and then it's just better art, I suppose.
No, I'm not talking about the size of the emotion. I'm talking about the amount of people.
Oh, I thought you meant volume of emotion, which is also.
Volume of emotion. That sounds like the title of an album that came out in the 80s.
Cosmo Sheldrake should release an album called
Volume of Emotion? Dude, I'm so in. I'm so in. Hell yeah. But no. Right, not volume of emotion, volume of people.
Oh, okay.
So, like, if one person says that a piece evokes emotion for them, and they call it art.
Okay.
It is then art, yes?
It's art for them.
Well, it's art for them.
Oh, okay.
But that doesn't mean it's art for me.
Well, does it have to be art for you for it to be art, Kev?
No. But so here's what I'm getting to, right?
Yeah.
Museums. Art museums, right?
Yeah.
I never got them. I always thought they were boring as shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like history museums, I'm in, right?
Okay.
That's the kind of shit I can get behind. Art museums, I cannot be fucking bothered to care about any of these paintings or sculptures or whatever.
Do you like paintings in general?
I mean, sometimes, but like not. I don't know. I'm not like you've seen my house. There's one painting up, and I didn't purchase it, so
Okay. Well, in the eye of the beholder here.
sure.
So,
So like I'm just saying, I don't get those things. Like again, museums, they operate on the well, not well. They operate because wealthy people
exist.
need to evade paying taxes.
Art museums or all museums?
Most all museums, but definitely art museums
Okay.
for sure.
All right.
I mean, they're not making enough on revenue of people coming in to see the shit.
Well, I think there's a difference between an art museum and an art gallery.
Okay.
Because art museums probably have the art donated to them,
Okay.
whereas an art gallery is a way for people to evade taxes or, price their art. But art galleries usually have art for sale, and I don't
Fair.
think art museums do.
That's true. Also, I realized I just caught myself in a lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
How?
So, like, I went to multiple. I've been to actually, yeah, multiple like college senior art shows.
Oh.
And I've always enjoyed those.
What the hell, Kev?
So I caught myself in a lie. But I don't like going to art museums.
Well, the art's usually a little bit more potentially dry. It's all usually somewhat the same. And it's older art, so it probably doesn't speak to you as much and evoke as much emotion as newer art.
Yeah. That could be.
A lot of
who does that evoke emotion for? It's like if you walk into an art museum and you see a house and a fucking prairie and a couple trees in the background, right?
Maybe
wow, that touches me on a deep level. That angers me, to see this idyllic scene.
What if you look at it and you're like, okay, I have a deep feeling and reminiscent of home. I now feel, like a deep sense of longing or nostalgia. I'm not saying for you, but okay.
Oh, okay, yeah,
just in
fair,
general,
fair.
Or like you go up and you hike and you see this amazing scenic view.
Yeah.
It's trying to capture that.
Sure, but why not just
like landscapes? Definitely
try and experience it for yourself.
Not everybody can.
Sure, but
or like not everybody lives on top of a mountain. That's where rich people live. So you want to be able to experience that in the comfort of your home.
Yeah, but it feels fake to me.
I don't know. So you like art that isn't based on real things, is what you're telling me.
Yeah. Yeah, because real things in art feel fake. God, that makes no sense, but to me it really does.
So like Norman Rockwell paintings, you just really fucking hate.
Yeah, it's a fucking soup can. Who gives a shit?
It's a commentary of the time. It's meant. That is literally meant. Like Norman Rockwell was like the one they looked at for Life Imitates Art, right? It's like he was capturing the emotions and feelings and common people of an era. It was like these are the things that they would look at and do. Isn't that his whole?
Sure, that's not art to me. Like, not to me. Like that's not art. Like shit I see every day. That's not. I don't see that as art. Like I have a fucking box of Aldi's brand rice in my cabinet, right? And I look at that almost every single day. It's not. If someone paints that, that's not art. It's
Yeah,
just a
I
picture
would, I would
of
paint
rice.
it and I would name it Kevin. And for me, it would be like, oh, Kev, this bag of all these rice.
Yeah.
When he was on a rice diet for 8 years.
Yeah, but like, it's not. That's not. I'm gonna see that, and it's not gonna do anything for me.
Again, it's not gonna hit every person.
Sure.
That's why there's some art that people look at and like, this is pretty dumb.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
A lot of people do that a lot.
Yeah.
But it's gonna spark interest to someone, or someone's gonna give it a high enough value because they really want to evade taxes.
See, that's the thing too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, art is just money laundering.
Art is not always money laundering.
No, okay, not always, but fancy, like high end, like, out there. That's money laundering.
I mean, okay, in this box right here that I am pointing at, for Christmas, I received a painting.
Yeah.
From a friend of ours.
Yeah.
Arguably art.
Okay.
There was no money being laundered in buying that darn thing.
Sure.
And I would like to put it up once I have walls that hold things. And I will appreciate it.
Good luck.
Fair.
That's a gift, though. There's a different meaning behind that.
But no, it's not just... before it was gifted to me, I used to stare at it in our friend's apartment who made it.
That fair. Fair. It is a nice painting.
Okay, why is that one a nice painting?
Because I know the person that did it.
That's not... Okay, so it evokes an emotion.
Yeah, but only because I know the person that did it. Like, that's, like... like, okay. I'm not gonna... Alright.
Here we go.
If I'm being honest.
Yep.
If I were to see that painting just out in the blue somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
it would do nothing for me.
You don't think so?
No. I think it's the fact that we both know the individual that put the effort into it. That is what gives it meaning for me.
Okay, hold on. So when you went to these art galleries in college,
yeah,
what brought your interest to the pieces that you saw?
I knew the people that were putting them on.
You knew all of the people making art in the gallery?
No, the reason I went was because I knew like at least two of the people that were doing things.
It's a high number, but okay.
Yeah.
So none of the other pieces in the exhibit or gallery you had any interest in?
No, that's not true. But I think it's because they were there. Like, because they were there in person, like talking about their pieces. Like, that's what did it for me. Like, when I see something just hanging on a wall, I can't connect it to a person. That, like, someone did this. But if I am, like, looking at it and the person who did it is there, mm-hmm. Obviously I make that connection right away. And it's like, okay, that's cool. Like, I can, like, it's just easier for me to give credit, I guess. Otherwise, I feel like the one painting that I have in my house in the living room, that was probably mass produced.
I have no idea where it came from, but most likely.
I think Big Lots. Like, it was probably mass produced.
I liked that painting.
It's a nice painting.
I have had many a day where I was dead in that room,
sure,
staring at that thing.
It is a nice painting. I think it fits the theme of the house or whatever, right?
You know what? I did forget.
I don't get emotion out of it though.
I forgot a critical part of this conversation.
Don't do it. Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
Kevin's a robot.
Yeah. No. So
it's really hard for art to go ahead and elicit emotion from
Kevin. Very funny. Yeah, that's it. Maybe. I'm not. We're not doing this right now, but you might be on due to my inability to feel a wider range of emotions. Not because I'm a robot, just me as a human being person. I
feel like you try too hard every time we do this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To defend yourself.
I don't know what you're talking about. Me as a typical, average, normal human being person.
Yeah.
a flesh bag, some might say. Yeah, just because I'm bad at it doesn't mean I'm a robot. But it might be why I don't like more art.
What is a piece of art that you can think of that you appreciate? It doesn't have to be a painting, just something.
I like the map in the kitchen.
Okay. Does it invoke an emotion for you?
I think the emotion is like, hey, that's neat.
Okay, but why?
Because it's history related.
That's what I was. Yeah. Okay. All right. I think we're cooking now. Maybe not with gas, but we're cooking.
Charcoal?
No. Like twigs.
Oh, okay.
All right. So that history is past things that people did.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Not always people. Sure, if we go back long enough, shit just happened. Fine. But it's only relevant because people have given it relevance.
That wasn't where I was going with that.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah, my lean and weird look at you was like, but here's the thing, Rob.
Yeah.
I get nothing from old paintings, as I previously established.
Yeah, but maps are different. Somebody made a map. That's a map. The picture in his kitchen is a older map of the world that captured a moment in time.
Yeah, I think it was like the 70s. No, it was like the 70s. I think.
Was it the 70s?
Yeah, it's got the Soviet Union on there.
Okay, yeah, it was definitely the 70s.
Yeah.
Okay, so it represents something to you. It represents a moment in time.
Yes.
So,
but old paintings don't do that. But maps, I do like maps.
I like maps
I think
too.
Okay, maps are art. Yeah, I agree that maps are art.
Okay.
And I like, okay, yeah.
As someone who looks at a lot of maps, I can say some maps are shitty.
and they evoke anger.
Yeah, they do.
So it's art.
I was gonna say that they aren't art, but then I'm like, no, they're invoking anger. I don't like them. They're making my job harder for me.
So that sounds like art to me. I forgot how we got here. I didn't mean. Okay, just for the record.
Yeah.
I did not mean for this to become let's try and help Kevin figure out whether or not he likes art. Like that was not the point.
Well, no, that's not even what I'm trying to do. Is it's just like keep trying to like get to a point, but I can't do it if you just hate and don't believe in art.
Okay. Don't believe in art.
Fuck art.
Fuck art. Deep cut for all the true fans and no.
Because I was gonna make a point, and it's really hard when you're like, oh, "Fuck that! I don't think that's a thing."
I'm sorry. I will do my best. I'm in it. We're gonna play in the space now.
We're gonna okay.
We're gonna play in the space, and I'm gonna try to be
that box right there.
Yes.
If I said it was art, it's because I am giving it a human emotion that is reflected back from what I feel of it.
Okay.
Yes. It looks a little raggedy, maybe a little sad. Maybe I empathize with it.
Oh.
We're speaking of empathetic.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry.
I swear, it's
right. Yeah. Rob, I don't think you're right.
Life is hard. In that sense, it imitates life because I am putting on it something it doesn't have. It's a box. It doesn't feel emotion.
Personification makes art imitate life, is basically what you're boiling it down to.
Art imitates life because people give it meaning, and they can only do that in a way that makes them think of either people or people-like things. Because people and humans in general are pretty fucking narcissistic.
So if it makes you think of yourself, you're gonna like it more, because that's just how the world works, you know.
Yeah.
Because we're all a bunch of selfish fucks.
Yeah, basically. Because yeah. Mm-hmm.
So art does imitate life in that sense. Now, okay, ready? Now,
all right.
Now we're gonna tie it back in, right?
Oh yeah, that's what we're all about here.
right? We're all about
It's like a burrito. You
we're
wrap that shit
We're
up.
gonna wrap that shit all together now. So, art imitating life.
Yep.
Is that flattering?
Oof. I think it depends on why you like that art. I'm going back to the box. My box example here. This nice raggedy ass box.
Right.
I don't think it's very flattering.
Sure, but we previously established that, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery.
Ooh.
So, art is the sincerest form of life. Back to the title, baby. But we're not there yet. We got to deal with the flattery bit.
Okay.
Art and flattery. Art doesn't have to be flattering.
I don't think so.
It doesn't.
No, art can be ugly.
Yeah. Early 1900s art movie, like Dadaism, like that kind of shit. There was like toilets that were art, you know?
I could sit on an artsy toilet.
Actually, no, that's much later. That's more recent. But it's like it was the evolution from Dadaism into like post neorealism or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I'm pulling stuff back from.
Listen, neither of us were art majors here. You're closer because you're a history major.
Yeah,
I'm not real close at all. So
I'm trying to pull stuff back from like over 10 years ago. So this is I'm getting the terms wrong.
Yep.
But something evolved into something else, and that's how you get. It could be just postmodernism. Yeah, I was thinking the international relations term. Very different. Yeah. So like postmodernism is like I think that's what gave us the toilet. Is a piece of art.
What?
There is a toilet like that is considered modern art that was sitting in some museum.
You don't mean that like somebody was like, I'm sick of shitting in a hole in the ground. That piece of art's real cool.
No.
What if I made this hole I'm shitting in look like that piece of art?
No.
And that's how we got toilets.
The other way around.
The other way.
No, Thomas Crapper invented the toilet, actually.
Bullshit.
That's why they call it a crapper. His name was Thomas Crapper. Yeah. Believe it or not.
I think I've heard this before, but I'm going to say I didn't, and I learned something new today.
There you go.
And I hope you all did too.
That's what it's all about, you know?
All right.
So art doesn't have to be flattering.
No, because there's something else I thought of, which is probably a form of art, is body horror stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's horrifying to look at. Usually makes you uncomfortable, but it's because you're imagining it to... It looks painful, usually.
It evokes an
emotion.
emotion.
Yeah.
It evokes an emotion.
Wait, so I sold you on that bit.
Yeah, you got me on that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm in on it. I think that's smart. So I'm with you.
I'm not taking credit. I'm pretty sure I heard that somewhere once upon a time.
Don't matter. It's yours now. In this artwork. We evoke emotions.
Probably negative ones.
And still an emotion. So if you think about it, Rob, this is art.
We can't say that.
No, but
no,
we can't.
No,
but if we get one person to admit that this invoked an emotion.
Yeah,
we're art, baby.
We're art, baby.
That's really all you can ask for.
Shit.
If you think about it. So yeah, art doesn't have to be flattering.
I don't think so.
But
I think it's only flattering in the sense that we're making it about us because it's invoking emotion.
Okay. Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah.
So it's like we flatter ourselves
by giving something with no meaning
because it evokes an emotion in us.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're there. We're completing the loop.
Fuck. Okay, fine. In that sense, you might be right. It's not an emotion because I'm saying that that's me. It's an emotion because it's a stupid box. It doesn't give a shit about anything because it's a box.
Yeah.
But because I'm saying it is more than that.
Yeah.
I am flattering myself by giving it such qualities.
Kinda.
Or flattering it.
Also, kinda.
The box is a bad example.
The box is not a great. Yeah, the
I
box is
should
not
have
a great
picked something
example.
that looks nice.
Yeah. These things that I can't remember the name of.
Macrame.
Yes, these are nice looking.
We're actually sitting in the middle of a craft room, which quite arguably has made lots of art.
Yeah, you picked a box.
I did. Well, I was trying to go for the oddball example instead of, the macrame or the other handcrafted things around us.
Right. Or this bottle of beer. This is art.
Beer is art.
Beer is
It makes me happy. This episode is brought to you by beer.
German for beer. It's not actually their slogan, but it could be.
That is someone's slogan, isn't it?
Foster's, Australian for beer. Not sponsored, but it could be.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Oil cans.
I'll start drinking Foster's.
No problem.
Yeah. I'll even say it's good.
Who says it's not? Not I.
Nah, there it is. There it is. So yes, we are flattering the box or flattering ourselves.
Because we're giving the box emotions, which it doesn't have, because it's a box.
Right. We are lifting it up beyond its initial existence, in a sense. Like, that's a very metaphorical, flowery way to say it.
But we're giving it human qualities.
Yeah.
We're flattering it by saying it's good enough to be a human.
I am suddenly all out. I'm suddenly all out. And my problem with it now is, what about being a human is flattering? Because I'm not too sure about that one.
Well, we're the smartest things that we can say are things.
Sure.
Though I'm going back to this humans being self-centered narcissists bit.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, smartest things that we can say are smart and things.
Yep. So things are flattering because we can say they have emotion and make them more like us.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
But it's probably true.
Yeah. People suck.
Yeah. And art flatters life.
So art
is the sincerest
sucks.
form of life. So, and then we take that statement, right?
Okay.
And then we flip the script on it.
Mm.
So that if art is the sincerest form of life,
okay,
life cannot be the sincerest form of art. I don't think it goes both ways.
Well,
unless it does.
Life is the sincerest form of art.
Because I like that as a saying.
I do like that as a saying, and I think I've heard that as a thing. Because to live and keep going, no.
Yeah, it's art. Huh? It evokes a lot of emotions.
Yeah, it sure does.
So it's art.
People who are feeling less cynical and angry with everything.
Yeah.
There's none of them in this room. But people say life is beautiful.
Yes. People say that.
People say that, I think.
I think I've heard someone say it once.
Yeah, looking at babies or people accomplishing things.
Yeah, right? Like,
yeah,
look at you. You got your whole life ahead of you.
Yeah.
You know?
You exist.
You did something.
The fact that you exist and can exist is a wondrous event.
It's pretty fucking crazy.
It's crazy.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
That is wonderful.
Fine. Yeah. I'll let you have it.
So, wait. You'll let me have that life is? What? What are you letting me have? My brain died.
I noticed that babies are wonderful things.
Yeah, which was an example of?
Which is an example of how we're saying that life...
Oh, is the life is the most sincere form of art. Right. Okay, there it is. Okay.
Yep.
I'm there. I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to reboot. It's fine.
Well, actually, no. Life is the most sincere form of art makes a lot of sense. Because if anything else is art because we're giving it human characteristics...
We're giving it life.
And life already has life. It's already art.
Life already has life.
Yep.
I feel like we could really dig into that statement.
There's probably a better way to say it that sounds a lot better.
We don't have to, because as previously established, we already know what life is.
Yes,
we're past that.
Yeah, because we are not discussing what life is or is not
because life
today.
Is life. No, we're past it. We're above that. We're better than that. We don't need to talk about what life is, because life is life, and everyone already knows. People who are still debating that are below us.
That's not the point here. What we're saying is anything is alive.
We are the sincerest form of philosophers.
Oh no! Oh no! Yeah, we went from 2 viewers to 1 with that.
No, it's fine. We're doing great. We're doing great. But yeah, probably not. But you could believe that if you'd like to, but I wouldn't. That's not true.
I don't know what we are.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Rob.
And this has been Any Given Thursday.
Another episode that you were able to sit through, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. I learned a lot about myself.
I had a great time.
So I'm going to have to work this out now.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, it'll be good.
Yeah, I'll give him more beer. We'll get through this.
Yeah, I think that'll probably work.
I think that's how you deal with emotion. Not you, I mean the big you.
What?
Like us. Like people. The plural you.
Yeah, right. You definitely didn't just call me an alcoholic.
No, I meant people deal with emotion with beer.
Uh-huh. Sure.
I'm talking about me, actually.
Oh, well. You could just said that, right? It's okay. But thank you for listening to another episode.
Yeah, no.
We appreciate you, as always, you know. I mean, we don't, but we do.
I mean, he does.
I do. I do love you. I always will.
Aww.
And that, I hope that evoked an emotion for you. I am art.
Actually, his name's Kevin.
What?
Did you end?
No. No, we're still going.
I thought you... That seemed like a...
No, we're still going. We're cutting this out anyway. We love you.